I've been a Pokemon fan for years, and since I was little, there's always been certain moves that I've always avoided in games because they're just objectively bad. Those are the weak multi-hit moves like Fury Attack and Double Slap. Now, I've always believed myself to be someone who has less than good luck, so I've always avoided moves like that. But playing through Pokemon Infinite Fusion, I came across an item that really piqued my interest in the most unlucky way possible. The Mankey Paw, which is a pun on the old monkey's paw, and I personally kind of love that. The item description: guarantees a critical hit, but makes the user miss half the time. Oh boy, that's generic and ominous. So is it a real half the time or a 30% half the time? And of course, I tried this item in my first playthrough of the game and found out it's not really worth the struggle and strife. But then I got an idea to make my life miserable. I've suggested a run like this on YouTubers' channels in the past. Multi-hit only attacks for the run, trying to boost their algorithm. So I've decided to do it myself, and in the worst way possible. I'm doing my own version of a Nuzlocke, or as I like to call them, a Nuzdock. So I've already gone through and picked out what I believe are my best options for a multi-hit only run. So come with me as I badly YouTube my video. And I'm gonna try to make this a series and see if I can stick to a video project for once. So leave me a mean comment down below and hopefully I'll be motivated and not give up on this project. So I wanted to go over the possible moves that I could be using for this challenge run. Bullet Seed, Water Shuriken, Bone Rush, Arm Thrust, Rock Blast, Fury Attack, and a special move for later, a dramatic reveal. So I'm choosing to start with my fusion of Heracross and Spearow, because once I get to the move relearner, Heracross has 2 level 1 multi-hit moves, and Spearow gets Fury Attack at level 11, so that's a pretty low level to get my challenge officially started. I'm choosing to put on a lot of randomizers, from non-key items to vendors to Pokemon, even to gym trainers and leaders. So you may be asking, how do I plan on using these specific Pokemon if I'm doing randomizers? Honestly, I already got them loaded in my PC from another save file, because this challenge run is more about bad attacks and bad luck opposed to if the Pokemon can. I'm sure with a full team of 6, it's just more of how much am I going to suffer along the way. These are not optimized Pokemon. Some of them I didn't even bother to check the nature or the ability, so I just caught one for my need. Now, I still want to keep this somewhat fair to a Nuzlocke rules, so I will be catching 1 Pokemon per route, and I have to save those catches to trade them in for one of my actual Pokemon I want from the PC. So I name my character Unlucky, and I go ahead and put on the halo, because I feel like I'm going to need some miracles here. And then I decide to put on the Traveler's outfit, because fashion matters. I can't figure out which button on the emulator is delete, so my rival's name is yours. Because you are my biggest challenge. With no backspace required, I named my little boy Birdman. Look at that swarm ability on my flying fighting type. I told you I'm the best. My rival has a stuffed animal shark, and he starts off by throwing fucking sand, and now I'm having Darth Vader urges. So I grab my bird by the horn, and I pummel his stuffed animal with it like a club. Catch my first Trademon, and it's a blind bat-dog hybrid. It could be neat, but my team's already set. At level 11, I finally learned Fury Attack, so now my run can begin. With that being my only attacking move, I can finally move on with the challenge and go fight rival number 2. He starts off with a Fire Grass, but with this low level, I'm not worried about sleep or fire attacks. The shark stuffed animal comes out, throwing sand, and I follow up with a miss, just to get 1 shot by Dragon Rage. Now I'm insulted and enraged. I refight and get 2 misses in a row, fueling my rage even more, and then I fall to Dragon Rage. Try number 3 is a good start. I get a 1-hit kill, and then I follow up with a first hit 1-shot. Who knew hitting your opponent can get you a win? I finally make it to the Pewter City Pokemon Center, and there I can teach Birdman Arm Thrust and Bullet Seed to give myself some more coverage. So at this point, I choose to go challenge Brock, and he's using rock types. And the only thing I can sit there and think to myself is, did I fuck up the randomizer? Brock is using 2 Mons, but I only have one choice, but I feel pretty confident with Birdman. Between his Arm Thrust and Bullet Seed. So let's see how the secondary types match up. Starts off with a Rock Normal type. I definitely have the numbers on my side. And by numbers, I mean a first miss. And then a second miss. Follow up by Sand Attack. Into a third miss. And then a fourth miss. And then I slap him one time. Just once. With the same accuracy as a blind bird with no eyes and sand in his ears. I launch my first attack and completely melt his last Mon. Brock is furious at my hacks, and he gives me the TM Blizzard. And I can't even use this. This isn't Pokemon Red or Blue. Brock proceeds to gaslight me to my face, telling me it's Rock Tomb. Like that changes the rules of my run at all. If you made it to the end of my little video, I want to say thank you. I'm trying to do smaller projects so I don't feel so overwhelmed, and maybe I'll actually finish something. But if you like this and want to follow through with my insanity, give me a like and subscribe, and keep commenting on my stuff, and maybe the guilt will help motivate me. Thanks.